Welcome to this dialogue with the leading supporters of BPUR International to promote our global campaign to enact an international treaty to ban the political use of religion. I'm Sai, and today I will be speaking with Paul Salahuddin Armstrong. Paul, thank you so much for joining me today.
Nice to see you again, Sai, and thank you for inviting me. More than happy to share my thoughts on this.
Thank you. So first, a brief introduction for those who might not be familiar with you. You have a diverse track record ranging from media and diplomacy to human rights and interfaith dialogue, including founding the Center for International and Strategic Affairs and a leading role in the Association of British Muslims. I can't cover everything, but please, I'd implore everyone to check out our website, bpur.org, for a full bio on Paul. Of course, you're also an ambassador for BPUR International. So how did you initially get involved with BPUR, and why did you feel like it was a cause that was worth your time?
First, my colleague, Mohammed Bassi, introduced me to Salam Sahan a few years ago, who came up with this idea and started the initial promotion of it. From the very first I heard about it, I thought, this is something unique. It's not something I'd heard before. Obviously, most sensible people, whatever their background, they realize that we should not be treating anybody any different or treating anybody badly just because their belief is different or they follow a different religion or they have no religion. Most reasonable people will treat people fairly wherever they're from. But at the same time, we've always got those situations, such as there are certain countries in the world where they're dominated by a sort of politico-religious system, which then it persecutes people of other religions and even more so people who have no religion. This is really bad. And throughout history, I mean, there's different culprits. It's not like one religion is uniquely responsible for this. The main world religions, I think, at all points, all of them have at some point fallen foul of this, where they've been misused by a leader for a political agenda and using the power of religion to galvanize people and bring people together as a tool, not for good, but for political domination. And actually, in a religious sense, it will be defined as evil. Yet people, when they're in that mindset and they get trapped into it, they think they're doing good, which is even more dangerous than anything else. So, I mean, this political misuse and abuse of religion, as how I would define it, is one of the most dangerous things due to how deeply, people can believe in religion and how much they can be misled when these things are twisted. So to have a set of international rules that are part of international law that would define clearly when people are transgressing those parameters which are reasonable, it's a very sensible and a brilliant way to move forward, because at least then we'll have points of reference that we'll be able to point to when people transgress them. And it will be a matter of law. It won't be a matter of belief or I think something's wrong. Like at the moment, it's a matter of, well, I think that's wrong. That doesn't sound right. It's, I believe something's wrong here, but that's, you can't define that. That's like a cloud. We need something that is clear, a set of points. And when I read through the proposal by BPUR, I realized that this potentially could achieve that. And it's something that is worth striving for.
Well, now BPUR is on the international agenda, and it is anticipating imminent state adoptions and a supporting resolution at the Council of Europe. How do you see the next steps moving forward for BPUR?
I think the Council of Europe potentially adopting this is huge, and this is a good step in the right direction. And I am aware there are other states which are really looking into it and considering whether they should adopt this. And I hope they positively adopt it and do the right thing. There are also a few other people I've approached in some senior positions within certain states that I'm hoping that they too will consider this and adopt it. From there, hopefully we can, I mean, once it's actually championed by these political, like geopolitical institutions, such as the Council of Europe and by states, then hopefully the idea will spread more and people will realize the importance of doing this in other nations, so that, you know, more nations will actually adopt this.
So how do you personally plan to help BPUR along in this next advanced phase?
Well, I've already been discussing the concepts and the idea and, you know, how we can actually adopt this in various institutions, such as my own at the Association of British Muslims, with colleagues in Nahdlatul Ulama, and with also people at, who are working in diplomatic level in various states. I don't want to discuss too much because, you know, some of this is private conversations that we've had, but I'm looking positively that hopefully they will look into actually adopting this. I mean, of course, these things do take time and people have to carefully consider everything, but I do see the potential that this can be adopted.
Thank you so much, Paul, for your devotion to our cause. It's an absolute delight to speak to you.
You're most welcome. And, you know, I'm working towards this and praying also that we can get this adopted, because this is really an awesome tool to actually move things forward and ensure that we have a better and safer world for our children and future generations.
Thank you. Thank you so much to everyone for watching, and we will speak again soon.